Did you know that just choosing the wrong paint color or a single piece of furniture could block the flow of wealth energy in your home, making it much harder for money to stay? Hello, I am Master Quan. In Feng Shui, the colors inside your home are not just for decoration. Each color carries its own kind of energy, and when we use them correctly, the house becomes filled with vibrant life force. The family stays in harmony and wealth flows in smoothly. But if we use the wrong ones, the space can start to feel heavy, unbalanced, and it may even affect the luck and happiness of your entire household. In today's video, I'm going to reveal to you the Feng Shui secrets behind choosing the right interior colors, so that you can avoid the common mistakes and instead learn how to select colors that create balance and help keep the flow of wealth energy present in your living space at all times. And before we begin creating this positive flow of energy, go ahead and leave a comment below this video that says, "I choose the right color to unlock the flow of wealth in my home." If you find my tips helpful, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you will not miss any of the upcoming Feng Shui secrets. Every video I share is a small key to help you open the door to more prosperity and peace inside your home. Now let us take a look at each specific color so we can better understand their Feng Shui meanings and learn how to use them correctly to attract prosperity while avoiding common mistakes. Number 1. White. In Feng Shui, white is seen as a symbol of purity, brightness, and openness. It reflects light, well, making spaces feel more airy and organized. That is why many people choose white as the main color for walls, ceilings, or flooring. However, white is not just a safe choice. It carries the energy of the metal element, which is clear, sharp, and powerful. When used correctly, white creates a clean and elegant atmosphere. It also serves as a perfect background that allows other colors to stand out. A room with a white base paired with warmer furniture tones can feel harmonious and pleasantly balanced. But if pure white is overused everywhere, the space can start to feel cold and lifeless. In Feng Shui terms, this is a state of excessive metal energy, which makes the energy flow become rigid instead of fluid. A common mistake is painting the entire space, walls, ceiling, and furniture, in pure white. At first, the room may look bright and modern, but over time it may feel empty and emotionally distant, making people feel drained and disconnected. A home that is all white can sometimes feel like a hospital, clean but lacking soul. To take full advantage of the positive power of white, it is important to know how to pair it well. White should be combined with warmer tones such as cream beige, light yellow blush pink, or natural wood materials. This helps balance out the coldness of the metal element, bringing warmth and comfort into the space. Lighting also plays a crucial role. White under natural light tends to feel pleasant, but under cool artificial lighting, it can become harsh. That is why shades like ivory, off-white, or white with a soft hint of blue are better options than pure bright white. In real life, white works well as a base for living rooms, kitchens, or bedrooms, as long as it is supported by other colors and textures. A plain white wall can feel much more lively when decorated with colorful artwork, green plants, or wooden furniture. In this case, white becomes more than just an empty backdrop. It turns into a foundation that nurtures harmony. Number 2. Black in Feng Shui. Black represents the water element, a symbol of flexibility, wisdom, and depth. Black brings a sense of mystery, power, and stability. When placed in the right areas, it can elevate a room with sophistication, create strong focal points, and add a layer of emotional depth. It is no coincidence that in many cultures, black is seen as a symbol of intelligence and inner strength. It is important to understand that black is not just a dark color. In Feng Shui, it reflects calm and profound energy, like the surface of a still lake or the vastness of the ocean. It encourages reflection, stimulates inner thinking, and provides a grounding backdrop for other colors to shine. However, black is one of the easiest colors to misuse. When an entire space is covered in black, from walls and ceilings to flooring and furniture, the home can feel gloomy and heavy. When water energy becomes too dominant, it creates a sense of stagnation, like a river that has stopped flowing and turned into a dark, still pool. Over time, this energy can affect your mood, causing feelings of isolation or sadness, And of course, it blocks the natural flow of prosperity. The correct way to use black is to treat it as an accent, not a dominant color. A black sofa, a black picture frame, or a few small decorative pieces can make the whole room pop without throwing off the balance. Black, when paired with brighter materials such as natural wood, golden metallics, or colors like white and beige, creates a luxurious contrast that adds depth while maintaining warmth. In addition, black comes in many tones and variations, not just solid black. Shades like navy black, brown, black, or even black with a golden tint feel softer and less harsh than absolute black. Choosing these versions allows you to keep the power of the water element while making the space more welcoming and emotionally rich. Number 3. Gray. If white represents purity and brightness, then gray symbolizes maturity, balance, and elegance. In Feng Shui, gray also belongs to the metal element, but it is not as sharp or intense as pure white. Instead, it presents a softer, more neutral quality that still brings structure, but also has the flexibility to connect with other elements. One special thing about gray is its wide range of shades. Unlike white or black, which only offer a few variations, gray can lean in many directions. Cool gray with a hint of blue, warm gray with brown tones, lavender gray, or even silvery gray. Each tone gives off a different kind of energy. Cool bluish gray feels modern, calm, and quiet. Warm gray with brown undertones feels cozy and approachable. And purple tinted gray adds sophistication and a sense of spiritual depth. Thanks to this flexibility, gray has become a favorite among interior designers and homeowners when it comes to Feng Shui-friendly color choices. In Feng Shui, gray is often considered a bridge color. It softens the brightness of white and balances out the heaviness of black. While white can sometimes feel too sterile and black too intense, gray has the power to gently unite both, bringing the space back to equilibrium. That is why rooms that use gray often feel refined and luxurious, yet peaceful and serene. However, gray also comes with risks if used incorrectly. A space with too much gray, especially cool-toned gray, can feel dull and lifeless. It can weigh people down emotionally and even cause feelings of loneliness. This reflects a condition where metal energy becomes overly dominant, overpowering other elements like wood, fire, or earth. To use gray effectively, it is important to choose the right shade, depending on the lighting and the room's characteristics. For rooms with little sunlight or limited natural light, it is better to use warm gray tones, with a hint of brown or yellow to add coziness and make up for the lack of natural brightness. On the other hand, in sunny, well-lit rooms, cool grays work well to tone down the harshness of strong sunlight. Another tip is to avoid letting gray take over the entire room. Use it as a base or an accent color, and always combine it with livelier shades. A light gray wall can become beautifully elegant when enhanced with a colorful painting, a green plant, or a few pieces of natural wood furniture. In this case, gray acts as a neutral backdrop that helps other elements stand out without making the space feel empty or cold. Number 4. Blue reminds us of the sky and the sea, so it naturally brings a sense of peace and relaxation. It helps slow down the pace of life. In Feng Shui, lighter shades of blue, such as pastel blue or baby blue, lean toward the wood element, symbolizing growth and renewal. Meanwhile, deeper, richer blues carry the energy of the water element, representing wisdom, depth, and stillness. Knowing which shade belongs to which energy is key to using it effectively. When used in the right amount, blue calms the mind, reduces stress, and supports inner focus. That is why this color is great for bedrooms, reading corners, meditation spaces, or anywhere that needs energy recovery. Often just a pale blue accent, wall, a bedsheet, set curtains, a rug, or a few soft blue decorative pieces are enough to create a refreshing vibe without making the space feel cold. One thing to watch out for is lighting. During the day under natural sunlight, blue looks fresh and cool. But under white LED lights or in the evening, many blue tones can turn grayish, making the room feel dull and distant. Before painting, test a sample on different areas of the wall and observe it throughout the morning, afternoon, and evening. If you want a cozy, welcoming feel, go with warm lighting like yellow-tone bulbs. The biggest risk with blue is the feeling of coldness and emotional distance when it is overused, especially darker shades that cover the whole room. The energy becomes heavy, too introspective, and lacks connection. The solution is to go for softer, more neutral tones, like pastel, blue dusty blue, or blue-gray. Combine them with warmer textures and colors, beige cream wood tones, wicker linen, or copper metals, to create balance. Adding a touch of green through real plants will also help soften the blue, keeping the space fresh, yet cozy and full of life. Number 5, green. If blue reminds us of the sky and the ocean, then green represents the life force of plants and the ever-growing energy of nature. In Feng Shui, green belongs to the wood element, the element that symbolizes growth, vitality, and continuous expansion. This is a color strongly associated with freshness, new beginnings, and a sense of hope and vibrancy. Green is known to nurture mental balance. Modern studies have shown that just a few minutes of looking at natural green can reduce stress and help regulate your heartbeat. In Feng Shui, this is because the wood element supports life, encouraging motivation and resilience. A little bit of green in the living room or workspace can create a pleasant atmosphere that enhances connection and focus. However, not all shades of green are suitable. A common mistake is using overly bright or neon greens as the main color. These intense shades can strain the eyes, elevate stress levels, and create a jarring energy in the room. In Feng Shui, this reflects wood energy that is growing out of control, vibrant but ungrounded, which leads to imbalance and energy chaos. To use green effectively, go with softer, more natural tones such as moss, green, olive green, light leaf, green or soft jade. These hues are more stable, offering freshness without overstimulation, and they also promote calmness. Real green plants are the best kind of Feng Shui decor. A healthy potted plant not only adds color, but also brings real-life energy, helps purify the air, and nurtures the flow of vitality in the space. Color combinations are also important. Green paired with white brings a sense of clarity. With yellow, it creates a warm and cheerful vibe. With wooden brown tones, it evokes a grounded, natural feel. However, pairing green with too much gray can weigh down the room and dull its natural flexibility. Placement matters too. Use green in the living room to enhance connection in the workspace to reduce stress, and in the bedroom only in softer tones to protect restful sleep. Number 6, yellow in Feng Shui. Yellow is associated with the earth element, a symbol of stability, nourishment, and endurance. Yellow is also the color of the sun, the ultimate life-giving force, bringing light and energy to everything it touches. When present in the home, yellow offers warmth, optimism, happiness, and prosperity. In many cultures, yellow even represents royalty, nobility, and power. The most important Feng Shui meaning of yellow is centeredness. The earth element sits at the center of the 5-element system and serves as the foundation that supports the others. That is why yellow is often seen as a unifying color, helping regulate energy flow and stabilize the home. A little yellow in the living room or kitchen can brighten the space and create a warm, inviting environment that supports family bonding and well circulation. However, yellow can also backfire if used incorrectly. It is a very strong color, and overuse can become overwhelming, too bright, and visually tiring. A room painted entirely in bold yellow can make people feel anxious or restless instead of comfortable. In Feng Shui, this is a state of earth energy becoming too hard, which causes the flow of energy to become blocked and oppressive rather than nurturing. Another important point is that yellow changes a lot under different lighting. Under natural sunlight, it usually feels bright and cheerful. But under artificial light, especially warm-toned bulbs, yellow can easily shift toward orange, making the space feel harsher than intended. So when choosing yellow for interiors, always test multiple shades under different lighting conditions before making a final decision. To use yellow effectively, choose softer, gentler tones like cream, yellow pastel, yellow light yellow, or earthy yellow. These shades keep the warmth but are easier on the eyes. Yellow also pairs well with white to maintain a clean look, with wooden brown to add a grounded feel, or with green to create a natural, comforting atmosphere. In real-life applications, yellow works best in shared living areas like the living room, kitchen, or dining area. These are places where yellow can promote happiness, togetherness, and positive vibes. On the other hand, in bedrooms, yellow should be used sparingly and only as an accent color to avoid disrupting restful sleep. Number 7. Orange in Feng Shui. Orange is the intersection between the fire and earth elements. It carries the vibrant warmth of fire along with the grounding, comforting quality of earth. That is why orange often feels cozy, friendly, and full of joyful connection. It is a color that stimulates positive energy, sparks inspiration, and adds a cheerful spirit to your living space. Unlike red, which can be too intense and often leads to stress, orange is softer, easier to integrate into everyday life. When used in the home, orange can transform the atmosphere into something more inviting and relaxed. A terracotta-colored chair in the living room, a set of soft orange dishes in the dining area, or an earthy orange tile backsplash in the kitchen, all of these create a sense of warmth and encourage family togetherness. However, orange also comes with risks if the shade is chosen poorly. Very bright, overly saturated, or neon oranges can be hard on the eyes, reduce focus, and disrupt the energy flow in the space. In Feng Shui, this is considered a sign of fire energy, becoming too dominant, burning through the natural balance that Earth usually provides. A room filled with overly bright orange can quickly feel overwhelming, leading to discomfort or restlessness. To use orange, effectively stick with natural earthy shades like burnt orange, terracotta clay, or pastel orange. These tones are more stable, keeping the warmth of fire while staying grounded in the strength of earth. When combined with neutral colors like off-white, beige, soft gray, or wooden brown orange, reaches its Feng Shui potential. Warm but not harsh, vibrant, yet still harmonious. In practice, orange is great for living rooms and dining areas, spaces where communication, openness, and family bonding are key. It can also be used in creative workspaces to spark new ideas and boost enthusiasm. However, in bedrooms, orange should be used in moderation and only in softer tones, since overly bright shades can interfere with rest and relaxation. Number 8. Red in Feng Shui. Red is the most powerful symbol of the fire element, representing vitality, passion, power, and love. It is a color filled with energy, excitement, and the ability to ignite the flow of qi. In many cultures, red is also seen as a color of good fortune, prosperity, and celebration, inspiring confidence in a bright new beginning. Red has the ability to make a space feel warm and full of life. When used correctly, it is like a flame that lights up the whole room, encouraging optimism and determination. A red rug, burgundy throw pillows, or a red flower vase in the living room can add a sense of elegance and magnetism while subtly highlighting the homeowner's confidence and presence. However, red is also one of the most easily overused colors. When it dominates the entire space, it quickly becomes visually overwhelming, creating feelings of restlessness, irritability, and even tension. In Feng Shui, this is considered an overactive fire energy, burning away balance and disrupting the natural energy flow. A room painted entirely in bright red does not attract luck. In fact, it can push prosperity away due to its overly intense energy. The right way to use red is to treat it as an accent, not a primary color. Small touches like pillows, curtains, picture frames, flower arrangements, or a feature wall in a deep red shade can bring warmth and luck without becoming too heavy. Rich tones like wine, red brick red, or brownish red tend to feel more refined and deep, making them suitable for a wider range of spaces. On the other hand, bold and bright reds should be used sparingly and selectively. Placement is also crucial. In the living room, red boosts vibrancy and attracts wealth energy. In the dining room, it adds warmth and stimulates the appetite. But in the bedroom, red should appear only in subtle ways, since too much can disturb restful sleep. Color combinations matter as well. Red paired with white creates a bold, clean contrast. With yellow, it brings a sense of prosperity. With brown wood tones, it feels both luxurious and cozy. But if combined with too much black, red can turn heavy and overpowering. Number 9. Purple. In Feng Shui, purple holds a unique position because it does not belong strictly to any one element. It is a blend of the fiery energy of fire and the quiet depth of water. This balance makes purple a symbol of refined harmony, deep intuition, and spiritual awareness. In many cultures, purple is also associated with royalty, elegance, and sophistication. The deeper meaning of purple lies in its ability to bridge emotion and intellect. It stirs passion while promoting calm introspection, helping people connect with their inner world. When used properly in the home, purple creates a graceful atmosphere, one that feels romantic, artistic, and thoughtful. It also stimulates creativity and intuition. That said, purple is one of the most difficult colors to use well. When used in excess, especially in dark tones, it can make a room feel heavy, melancholic, or isolating. In Feng Shui, this happens when the balance between fire and water is disrupted, turning energy from harmonious to stagnant. A room painted entirely in deep purple may cause visual fatigue and emotional gloom. The ideal way to use purple is as a gentle accent. Just a few touches, like sheer lavender curtains, a decorative lavender pillow, or a small vase of purple flowers, can deliver the energy of elegance without overpowering the space. Light purple tones, such as lavender, smoky lilac, or pastel violet, are especially well-suited for bedrooms or meditation areas, where they help calm the mind and nurture a sense of peace. Purple also pairs beautifully with other colors when combined thoughtfully. With white, it feels clean and graceful. With soft yellow or cream, it becomes warm and uplifting. And when combined with green, it can evoke a refreshing harmony between vitality and stillness. On the other hand, too much purple combined with black can make a space feel dark and heavy. One more important factor is lighting. Purple changes dramatically under different lighting conditions. Under natural light, it may feel soft and gentle, but under harsh, artificial lighting, it can become too dark and suffocating. That is why it is best to place purple in spaces with soft, warm lighting to maintain balance. In Feng Shui, color is not just about aesthetics. It is the flow of energy that determines the balance of your home. Every color carries its own meaning: pure white, elegant; gray, deep black, soothing blue; warm yellow, friendly orange, powerful red, or intuitive purple. When used correctly, they unlock the flow of prosperity, creating harmony and abundance. But when used incorrectly, they can throw off the balance, affecting your emotions, health, and even your financial luck. What matters most is not avoiding any particular color, but knowing how to balance, combine, and place them in the right spots. Your home is the space that nurtures the energy of your entire family, and color is the silent yet powerful key to long-lasting prosperity. If you found today's insights helpful, leave a comment to affirm your wealth energy. I choose harmonious colors to welcome abundance and peace into my home. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you can keep following along with me. Every upcoming video will be a simple Feng Shui tip that can shift how you feel about your space and the flow of prosperity in your everyday life.